What is the metric system? So what does this picture remind you of? Or this picture? So a metric system, it's a system used for measuring. Have you ever heard of the unit kilometers? Have you ever heard of the unit milliliters? Both are measuring units. In this lesson, we're going to use the unit meters. Next week, we will be using the unit liters. So this is for next week, and this is for this week. Let's begin. So when to use certain units? For example, we use kilometers when we want to measure long distances, very long distances, while we'll use meters when we want to measure, for example, a running track or a swimming track. So when to use certain units? We use centimeters, for example, to measure the length of a book, or we use centimeters to measure the length of a fork. How about millimeters? We use it, for example, to measure this small pea. This small pea, it's about 10 millimeters. Now, the seed of a peanut, the small seed, it's about 20 millimeters. Now, arranging the units. First, we have kilometers, then hectometers, then decameters, then meters, then decimeters, then centimeters, and millimeters. So when we are moving to the right, we are supposed to multiply by 10, 100, or 1000. When we are moving in these units to the left, we are dividing by 10, 100, or 1000. And are you ready? Get a scratch paper and let's begin together. Let's begin. Now let's start converting units using the table. The word converting that you can see here means changing. So let's change the units using the table. As you can see in the table, the word kilometer means km. Hectometers, we write the abbreviation for it as hm. Decameters, dam. Meters, m. Decimeters, dcm. Centimeters, cm. And millimeters, mm. Now, as we are moving to this side in the table, we're supposed to multiply. First example, if we have 9 kilometers equals to how much in hectometers? Where are we standing? In kilometers. Where are we moving to? We are moving to hectometers. So, since we are in kilometers, we're going to draw a smiling face on the table on the kilometers. Then we're going to start moving in the table and counting. So, one place, 1. What does the number 1 mean? The number 1 means 10. 10 means a 10. So when you are counting, the numbers that you are going to reach means how many zeros we're supposed to put. Okay, so over here 1 means 10. 10 means what? Means a 10. Since we are moving to this side in the table, we're going to multiply. So 9 times 10, again 9 times 10. Why multiply? Because we are moving to this side. Y times 10, because we said we moved one place. One place means 10, and the answer is going to be 90 hectometers. So what we did was we put the 9 down, and then we counted how many zeros. 10. We put it next to the 9, so the answer is 90 hectometers. More examples. And here's the table again. Now, 34 decameters equals to how much in millimeters? Where are we? We are in decameters. Where are we moving to? We're moving to millimeters. Put a smiling face in decameters and let's start counting. 1 place, 2 places, 3 places, 4 places. What does the number 4 means that we reach? The number 4 means 4 zeros. 4 zeros mean 10,000. So, what we're going to do is the following. We're going to get this number, put it over here, and then multiply by 10,000s. Why 10,000s? Because we reached to the number 4. What do you mean by 4? 4 means 4 zeros. Why did we multiply? Because we moved to this side in the table. So the answer is going to be 340,000. How did we write the answer? So first of all, put 34, then count how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, and put them next to the 34. More examples. And here is the table. So the question is 865 meters equals to how much in centimeters? Where are we? In meters. Where are we going to? Centimeters. So put a smiling face in meters and let's start counting. 1, 2. What does the number 2 mean? 2 means 2 zeros. 2 zeros mean that we have 100. So 865 times 100. What's the answer? It's 86,500. How did we calculate the answer? We put this number down, then we counted how many zeros? 2 zeros, then we put it next to the number. More examples, but now we're going to have decimals. Again, the same table, and 4.96 kilometers equals to how much in hectometers? Again, we are in kilometers. Where are we going? To hectometers. So put a smiling face in kilometers. And 1. What does the number 1 mean? It means 1 0. 1 0 means a 10. Now we have a decimal point. What are we going to do with this decimal point? How are we going to calculate? So 4.96 times 10. How are we supposed to calculate this number? So we said whenever we are multiplying by 10, 100 or 1000, the decimal point will move to the right. How many places? According to how many zeros? How many zeros do we have over here? We have 1 0. It means we have to move it 1 place to the right. So let's move it 1 place to the right. So the answer would be 49.6 hectometers. Again, more examples, and again with decimals. This is the table. The question is 8.13 meters equals to how much in millimeters? Again, we are in meters. Where are we going? To millimeters. Put a smiling face in meters and let's start counting. 1, 2, 3. What does 3 means? It means 3 zeros. 3 zeros means 1,000. So we're going to multiply by 1,000. So we're going to move the decimal point. How many places? 3 places. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh! Over here we have an empty space. What should we be filling it with? We should be filling it with a what? With a 0. So the number would be 8130. Again examples, and again with decimals, and here is the table. 0.42 hectometers equals to how much in centimeters? We are in hectometers, moving to centimeters. Put a smiling face in hecto and start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. What does the 4 means? It means 4 zeros. 4 zeros means 10,000. So 0.42 times 10,000. So now what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to move this decimal point. How many places? 4 places. Why? Because we have 4 zeros. To which side we're going to move the decimal point? To the right. Why? Because we have multiplication. So let's start moving the decimal point. 1 place, 2 places, 3 places, 4 places. We have 2 empty spaces. What should we fill these 2 empty spaces with? We should be filling these 2 empty spaces with zeros. So these are the 2 zeros concerning these 2 empty spaces. And stay safe, stay home. Bye bye.